what are some of the particular things that Max has that you've had to sort of get used to? Like, how long does it take for you to acclimate to somebody like Max?
Really with Max is just really get to know what, like, his personality and what gets him going. Max does what Max does. I don't think I'm going to teach him anything new.
Yeah, right.
I don't think I'm going to change anything about him. I think it's just a matter of getting near the same page and just working with him and getting him to be in his rhythm and just letting him go out there.
How long does that take, that process, to kind of to understand how his mind works and your mind works so you guys are on the same page?
It's really how quick we can gel. I try to get in early and get his phone number, talk to him a little bit more in the off season just to kind of get that awkward, like, hey, how you doing, kind of out of the way. And
right.
But it's already working, though. I got to catch him in a couple live VPs and bullpens and the first game of spring. And right after that, we got to working a little bit, got to talking. And, I mean, it's going to take a little bit more, but it's already going in the right direction.
What about Strauss? Strauss, a particular guy.
Strauss, he's already a heck of a pitcher. I think on the right track to be out the year. I think the guy has tremendous stuff, and I hope Suzuki and I can get him on the right track just to be more consistent going forward.
Do you get offended when a pitcher's like, I like Yan, he's cool and all, but I like Suzuki a little bit better. Suzuki might be my guy.
No,
I would be offended.
No, right.
I would absolutely be offended.
My feelings would be hurt.
Yeah.
I'd be crushed.
Well, I mean, if he says that, he's got to give me a reason for it. I mean, you can't just
Has that
say,
happened to you before?
No.
Yeah.
No, I hope it doesn't either. But
right.
No, it's just a matter of I understand guys like seeing different targets. Guys gel better with each other. No, I don't get offended at all, but just for the sake of trying to help me out, just let me know why.
Right. What about Corbin? What have you learned about Corbin so far?
Corbin, well, one, tremendous guy. I got to meet him at his press conference. Got to talking to him. We have a lot of things are familiar. We're born on the same day. Well, me a little bit older, but
July 19.
Yeah.
Right.
And, no, with him, he's already got his stuff. Now it's just what made him so good the last couple of years. And I've tried to get to talk to some of his former catchers, and just to kind of get a feel of like how his stuff works.
So getting back to this team and sort of that transition, who were some of the guys that embraced you right away?
Here?
Yes.
I got a text from Scherzer right away. We have so I went to Tennessee, like you guys said. Our new coach there is Tony Vitello, who actually coached Scherzer at Missouri.
Okay.
So I think there's like an interview where Scherzer says that he had already heard the news.
Right.
Like me and Vitello were actually talking together, and he's like, "Hey, is this trade true?" I was like, "I think it's going to happen." And then I think he let Scherzer know, but which I was actually not supposed to tell anybody. So here it is. I told him. It's really just everyone, man. Like it's been a really, really easy transition.
It's a good group here, right?
It's an unbelievable group. They're I'm telling you, I've never had so much fun so quick with the team. I saw it from the other side when like guys would come in with the Indians, and you kind of have to try to act a certain way before you start getting comfortable. But these guys made it so comfortable, and that makes it a lot easier to get to know guys and get to know those guys on the personal level.
Yeah. Right.
I think that last year it was a tough year on many levels. Obviously, they had a lot of injuries last year.
The expectations were so high.
And then Davies, it was his rookie year as a manager.
Bryce had the contract
and then the Bryce thing, right?
Yeah.
So, and you weren't here, obviously, but you know how good he is. But that really had to take its toll. It must have been emotionally draining for the entire clubhouse because, conventional wisdom said that he wasn't going to come back because it takes a lot to offer $350 or $400 million to a player, as you know. But just walking into the clubhouse every year, into the clubhouse every day, going, all right, we got to deal with Bryce questions again, and all the way into the off season. It must have been draining for these guys. And I'm not saying it's good to lose a guy like that, but there's probably a breath of fresh air now that's behind.
Well, everybody's commented on that and how it's just everyone's just having a good time, just relaxed. It's a great atmosphere.
Yeah, I mean, this is for me coming in. I don't have much. I mean, like you said, Bryce Harper was a tremendous player, and I'm sure he meant a lot to this organization. But coming in from a different place, I
Right.
shouldn't be the one even talking about it.
Yeah.
Let's talk about on the field. What do you see from the guys who essentially are going to be hopefully replacing his production? And Soto, who of course played last year and was almost Rookie of the Year, and then Victor Robles. What can fans expect out of those two guys who are going to be part of the outfield?
With those two guys, it's one of those things where you cannot believe they're as young as they are just because of the way they carry themselves. There's a thing of like a 20-year-old or a 19-year-old of like what we were doing when I was 19 and 20.
Mm-hmm.
These guys really know how to handle themselves in a professional environment. And I mean, you got a 20-year-old hitting 3-hole here in the big leagues, and probably going to be one of the tougher divisions in all of baseball.
Mm-hmm.
Just seeing how mature they are already. I mean, it's really.
You didn't have that
inspiring,
at
man.
Tennessee?
I had a different kind of maturity that I was learning.
I think
but
we
it
all
wasn't,
did. Yeah.
You know, lucky for me, I met my wife right away, and I mean, we,
Settled
try
down.
to settle down, and but no, I mean, from any kind of like these guys are there's so much pressure, so much being talked about them, and they're handling themselves really good.
It's going to be a good year.